Hey everybody, and welcome back to AGP. This is another one of our creator broadcasts. So of course, we're going to have a lot of fun. But before we get into that, I want to give a shout out to all the amazing sponsors that we have here at AGP, which makes this and the gaming streams that we do possible. So, of course, huge shout out to the Gem City Comic Con coming to you July 24th and 25th at the Dayton Convention Center in Dayton, Ohio. It is a premier comic book show with a lot of amazing comic book creators, both from artists to writers. So you definitely want to check them out. Also to their sister company, of course, the Champion City Comic Con, who is going to be in Springfield, Ohio on this October. Who is the guest? I'm going to smack somebody. You're the guest. Stop. Don't you start with me. Don't you even start. He's like, let me on now. Of course, to Mest Comics, an amazing comic book company right here in Cincinnati, Ohio, that talks about our metropolitan sewer system. What an amazing comic with a very strong female protagonist. You need to check them out. To Sean Forney Illustration and their independent comic, Scarlet Huntress. To Hazard Productions and their independent comic, Peanut Pudding and Jelly, which is made for all ages, and their adult comic, which is Roadkill Rampage. And you can check both of these guys out every Thursday and Friday during their sketch-off battles with Fike versus Fortney. They do some amazing sketch-off battles. We've seen He-Man versus Skeletor. We've seen Lino versus Mumra. You need to make sure that you check them out. And of course, last but not least, to the UVN, the Underground Video Network, who's been doing coverage of comic book shows, cosplayers, comic creators, and everything within the geek entertainment for the last 20 years. So make sure that you check them out. On that note, of course, I have to bring in somebody. Now, ladies and gentlemen, even though we'll be talking about something very important during this podcast, I need you all to sit back. I need you all to relax. Ladies and gentlemen, get your fans out because I know you will swoon as soon as this man hits the screen. I bring to you the most handsome man on YouTube, the one, the only, Drunk3P0 Jay!
Hey, what kind of intro is that?
Don't be jelly.
Oh, thanks. That's good. I'm happy to be here.
One moment.
Happy to be here. Oh, look, already technical difficulties. I thought this was a professional show. We got technical difficulties. What's happening?
I just plugged in the headphones. If you haven't even noticed, I'm already off center because my co-host has to sit right next to me.
Oh.
So she makes me off center.
So,
cool. Oh my gosh, I am so happy, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I have been stalking this guy for the last couple of weeks over with emails.
I was either gonna call the police or return the email. So I figured I didn't want to deal with all the paperwork, so just return the email.
Yay!
And, no, listen, that ain't even close to stalking. Trust me. Ever since the Gina Carano interviews on my, which I like to call conversations on the channel, I've had people. I had one guy or girl, I think it was a guy. Don't want to misgender anybody, come and send me a box filled with these things, these Funko Pops. Sent me about 20. No. He sent me 20. Didn't even tell me he was sending them. And then there was a note that says, please get Gina Carano to sign each box, right? And mail them back to me, and I'll make it worth your while. And I was like, what? What you think? I'm not going to do that kind of stuff. I sent a little word out to some of my friends to see if they stop by and say definitely. Hi. I got Jane Theory. Toxic Brood is my biggest simp ever. He's always around when I'm here, so that's so cool.
That is awesome. By the way, can I just say, people, stop sending him stuff. He's not going to get stuff signed by Gina Carano.
No, I wasn't. I literally.
Let me point out, it wasn't Gina Carano. It's what you did for Star Wars Theory, which was the reason I really wanted you on the show. Because I really got to see your personality. I watched you bring together an amazing community, because what happened to him was just wrong. I don't see that guy making fun of Kevin Smith for crying over Luke Skywalker. And I'm going to be right here telling y'all, I had to pause it. I had to go get tissues, come back, try to play it again, had to stop again. So no. Mm-mm. I hate Jay. Don't let him tell you otherwise. Okay, got it. Hate monger is my new best friend. Got it. I won't let him tell me anything. If,
Oh, he's the
if he lies
best.
to me, you let me know straight
He
up.
is the absolute best. Yeah, the Pablo Hidalgo thing was really actually it was funny. I had my computer open and I'm not really much on Twitter much anymore, but I think I'll be going back. Yeah, it's just been a
Thank you for
mess.
the follow.
But oh, look at that. Nice.
Oh, hi guys.
I told you he's the best. What's up,
He is.
sub?
Loves you.
But I saw that on Twitter happen like in real time. I'm going, what is going on here? So that's kind of crazy. I messaged Star Wars Theory when it was happening, and he was just like, I'm not going to talk about it. But then he changed his mind because I guess he saw it was a bigger deal than what he realized was happening. So
It really is a huge deal. And I don't know what happened from when I was a kid to now being in my 40s, but something happened and I don't really like it because there's just so much hate. It's like people are literally trying to make controversy for the sake of making controversy, and I don't understand it.
like in the Star Wars community or just in
Any
general?
community, but Star Wars is not getting a really good reputation right now with all the stuff that's been happening.
No,
with
and
them.
you know what? For me personally, it started with now I can only speak for myself. It started with Ryan Johnson, to be honest with you. That was me personally. The way he talked back to the fans that didn't like his film was really, I was like, dang, I never heard of a direct or seen a director do things like that. Calling names, posting pictures of the middle finger when people were on Twitter talking bad about it. Stuff like that. I was just like, Lord, what is like, that is crazy. And then because he was doing it, all of his followers were just combating with him. So if he was making fun of somebody, then it's whatever million people follow him on Twitter and or like 10 million all around social media, they would just swoop in and kind of like add to the fire that he started. And so like that, until that stuff it gets cleaned up, that's the thing. What people don't understand is like when you direct a Star Wars film, you better be ready to take criticism and compliments.
Do you people not realize we've been criticizing Star Wars since 1977? Do you guys not understand this? When George Lucas came out with the special edition, when he came out with that special, oh my gosh, we tore him apart. George Lucas was like, I made it. I changed it. Get over it. Like, that was the end of the conversation for him anyway. Just, Ryan Johnson, you made a movie. You took some risks, and there were some risks in there that some people didn't like. Some people thought a little ambitious, but interesting. But overall, your movie sucked. Sorry.
Yeah, I hated it.
I mean, it's just my opinion.
So once they get to a place where like they gotta understand, like even for me on YouTube. So I put out a video. People are gonna criticize what I have to say. People are gonna like what I have to say. And there's a difference between criticism and, I guess, bully, like being a bully in the comments section. I do take criticism like serious. I read it. Like if they're like, hey, this, I don't like this. So it's kind of like, okay, I got you. But then when there's just people like, oh, I hope you die, I'm like, all right, that's not really criticism. Right. That's not really criticism. That's something a little different. So it's there's definitely a huge difference. So, but anything you put on social media, mentally, you should be ready for criticism and compliments. I mean, that's just how it is. And if the criticism's done correctly, then just learn from it and go with it. But if it turns into like bullying or shaming or something, that's a completely different story. So.
I mean, you're allowed to not like somebody. You're allowed to have a different opinion than somebody. But that doesn't mean that you're supposed to go on this hate war against them. You just have different opinions on stuff. Get over it. Again, I'm going to say this. Everyone's allowed to have a different opinion except for when it comes to candy corn. Those of you that don't like candy corn, you're wrong.
You like candy corn?
I love candy corn.
Oh, see that? That's why I agreed to come on here. So I agreed to, take time out of my day because I have to support my fellow candy corn person.
Oh no! Oh no!
I love Toxic Brew, man. He's the best. He's the best.
Okay, but here's the important question, Jay: is do you go regular candy corn, or do you go with the mixed bag where you also get the pumpkins?
Oh, I gotta get pumpkins.
Yes.
Yeah. Because every now it's like a little. That's like a pleasant surprise.
Oh, I love the candy corn.
Fat Steven Seagal. That's another. You're gonna love these people. Maybe Fat Steven Seagal is an amazing person, a great supporter. So yeah, if you guys are new here, why don't you hit the follow button? If you don't like what she does, then unfollow later. So yeah, I gotta get the pumpkin. Last year though, when me and Ryan started this candy corn war. Somebody sent me 50 pounds.
No, Jane.
50 pounds of candy corn of like all different kinds. Even like the Thanksgiving Day. Some of it was just nasty. I'm like, keep it simple, man. Like, keep it regular. Let it taste like sugar on a stick. I don't need it like. I didn't need it where it was all like, this tastes like peanut butter and this tastes like apple pie. I was just kind of like, I don't need all that. I just want the regular kind,
I love my mix. I love the pumpkins. I've been a huge fan of candy corn since I was little. And it's actually funny because a lot of people go, oh, we actually found something Amanda likes, because there's so many things I don't like, which people just go, are you insane? Like, I just like I can watch me destroy this. I cannot stand the smell or the taste of barbecue sauce. Go, y'all have fun with that. I can't. Those barbecue houses actually nauseate me, and I can't be near them.
Really? Wow. Who knew?
Coffee is another thing I can't stand the smell or taste of, which is what? See, there we go. Why barbecue is S tier. Yeah. He's probably drinking coffee. These are my caffeines right here. Diet Coke and Rockstar Fruit Punch. Coffee, no. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Go figure. But that's okay, because I have my kitties and my puppies, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, there it is.
Are you seriously growling at me because I'm having a podcast right now? Yes. Sorry.
Did Jay just intern us? I don't know. Whatever y'all think. Whatever y'all think. I love coffee, man. Coffee is my life. Like I drink it all day long.
I tried coffee. My mom drinks coffee. Like, my mom's like, I have not had my 8th cup of coffee yet. I cannot function yet. And I'm just like, and I'm one of those people that I literally, as soon as my feet hit the ground, I'm done. I'm gone. I'm moving.
Oh, I see. Well.
Which, at my age, it's good that I can still get up and move like that.
Well, see, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
So obviously, based off of, you're called Drunk3P0 and you have C3PO as a background, you're obviously a huge Whovian.
It's not C3PO. It's a robot. Has nothing to do with Lucasfilm. I'm contractually obligated to say that every time someone.
That's fine. So you have this goldenrod in the background. So obviously you're huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Carano. Trust me, I know this. I know all about the secret love between him and Gina. I know all about it. I've seen the fan page. I've seen the Reddits. I watch the comments when he's live streaming. Oh my gosh.
I haven't been on the Reddits, but I hear they're pretty spicy. So
by the way, I just want to say the coolest thing in your background is I really want that Voltron figure.
A Voltron? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's a gift from Mom. No, don't ask me that.
Okay, so I want to ask this question right here. I need to know this now. Give.
So there was a kid who got whose dad, I don't know whose parent let him do that, but if I get this wrong, Steven, you can correct me in the chat. He got caught up in this giant kite, and the kite like took him way up in the air. And I was like, you should probably throw rocks at it and it will get the kite down. And they've never let me hear the end of it because I'm just like, what? Like they couldn't get the kite down. We're watching this video and I'm just like, hey, throw a rock at it or something, man. So I didn't think about it. Like it was more like a gut reaction. Like if it was a gut reaction, I could beam a rock and hit the kite and it would rip the kite and then the kid would float down safely.
Your kids reacted to shit
Oh, these are my people.
At least you said throw a rock at the kite, not just throw a rock at it, because then that could have gone so
I did say
worse.
throw a rock at it, and everyone in my chat was like, "What did he just say?" He said he'd throw another kid at the kid in the kite. Well, maybe they could grab him. Let's just all thank God I wasn't there to incite any rock throwing or child throwing when that happened. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
Greatest story ever told on my Creator Podcast. Great.
Oh man, it was like 40 minutes of a story that they've never let me live that down. That was so 2020, Steven. That's so 2020.
Oh, that's so 2020. That was so long ago. You know. You should have seen the memes. Dude, you can link them to me. Seriously. Link me the memes. I want to see the memes. I need to see these. Because all the memes that I find of you now are just either of how handsome you are.
I don't know where that rumor started. Yeah.
Okay, I'm watching your live stream. You're just like, all these women just throw themselves at me. I can't help it. Look at me. I just can't help it. That's exactly what you're doing during that Star Wars theory. And Anna's really good at calling you the most handsome man on YouTube. So yeah, I kind of took that from her. So thanks, Anna, the Star Wars girl. You need to check her out. She's amazing. She is. Yeah,
she's amazing.
She's a queen. She's a queen. Love her. Kid, hey,
she's a queen with a potty mouth, but I wouldn't want it any other way. So
I like this. Kid, hey Jay, how you doing? Jay, shut up, kid, eat a rock.
Well, if they're hungry enough, if they're hungry enough, they can definitely eat a rock.
I won't be able to tell you how appreciative I am of you doing this show.
Well, again, like I said, I get a lot of emails, so it's hard. I usually take one day out of the week to respond to most of them, and your email was done very professional.
Aww.
And so it's like you really took the time, and so I was like, yeah, I'll make some time. That's no problem. So it was no problem. Some of the other emails I get were like, they just I don't know if they're real or not, and it's just so I sometimes I don't even respond.
I do love the fact that 2 out of 3 of the emails I've actually sent have been responded by you. 1 to do this podcast, and 2 when I wrote that you're like, can somebody just write me up something about Gina Carano and hugs the candy corn? Hey, here, boom, done, sent.
That was pretty funny.
I was like, here you go, you use it.
The problem was the hate mail is funny. The hate mail started coming in at Twitter, and I stopped responding, and then they found my email address, and so then they started sending hate mail on the email, and that's when I was like, can someone just send some, like, I just wanted to read a positive email coming through.
That's why I sent it. But that's why I sent it. Like I told you before the show started. There's a reason why I am a fan of you and Anna, that Star Wars girl, and Clownfish TV and Geeks and Gamers, is because you guys you're still human. You guys still have your humanity. You guys are very real and upfront. But you still believe that people are allowed to have opinions. You're not going to just down on somebody because they have a different opinion of you. I mean, just watching the community of you guys together during the Star Wars Theory live stream, and everybody talking about their different, I like this version of Star Wars. I'm still classic, and I'm keeping my extended universe, and I don't care what Disney says. They're never taking it away from me. no. So, but it's okay. Everybody's allowed to have different opinions, and that's something that I respect, which is why I wanted you on the show, is because I respect you as a content creator.
That's the first time I think anyone's ever said that to me. Hear that, everyone in the chat? I'm respected as a content creator. Let's see what they have to say about that. I really appreciate it. Hey, Krista Joe, I see you in there. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. It's an amazing community, and the support has been overwhelming. There it is. I knew it. I knew it. The support has been overwhelming.
Well, I'm glad
unbelievably overwhelming, to be honest with you. Like, I didn't,
Well, I'm glad that I've been able to put a smile on your face, and I'm so honored to have you here. And with everything else, because obviously, we have time to chat, but I do want to go ahead and bring up, I respectfully swore you.
Those are the best.
Mario Kart. Oh my gosh. But you do have this amazing charity event that you have coming up on February 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that you're doing a live event on YouTube about. He can't spell it. Which is Operation Underground Railroad. Would you like to talk a little bit about your upcoming charity live stream?
Yeah, so if some people know about, I never really intended this to kind of leak out on my YouTube or Twitter life, the Drunk3P0 life. But from, I want to say 2007 till probably, I guess, still today. But from 2007 till about 2017, I think, I was, I don't even know what you call it. It just was like humanitarian, I guess. I was contracted with different companies to go to all these countries all over the world. And if you follow my Instagram, I usually post pictures there on that. But it's mostly to build homes and like farming projects and stuff. And it wasn't just me alone, it was a group of us, and just something that we did. And I never intended, that stuff to kind of, like, YouTube was just kind of like a Star Wars hobby between me and like my brother and some friends. I never, ever expected it to be where it is today, like for my life. Drunk3P0 name was a joke. We all have these, the original crew that started it, like long, a while back, like we all have little stupid names like that. And I always talk about, if I could go back, if I knew I'd be here, like where it is now, I maybe the name would be different, but it is what it is. And, yeah, I never intended that part of my life to kind of leak out until I didn't realize, like, people, when they get to know you and they're like, I want to know more about this person, they like Google search you, they like they try to do all those things. Did I freeze? I don't think so.
You seem to be okay now.
Was I frozen before?
I don't know. I was busy talking to people in chat.
It's possible. I could have froze.
I went over to Steam, not Steam, to Twitch. It looked okay. Oh goodness. Yes, he's Florida.
No, I'm not frozen on Twitch. I got my Twitch stream up. Refresh the stream, Krista. Anyway, yeah. So I didn't expect that part of my life. And then some people like went searching when I got a little more popular, and they're like, "What is all this? What is all this that you do?" And so it just kind of, it just kind of opened up the door and evolved. And Jeremy actually reached out. Jeremy saw from Geeks and Gamers before I was part of the team. He saw some things I was doing in El Salvador at the time, and he's like, "How can I help you with that?" He's like, "I don't know you from nowhere, but how can I help you?" And it just started happening. Anyway, so this just started happening. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I can do something with this YouTube thing, and we can have some fun. We could take on some trolls, and we can change the world for some people. You know, you could change the world for some people. So we went through 2020 and that was a rough year. It's still rough for a lot of people. Still rough for a lot of people. And we wanted to do a charity stream last year, but we were kind of like, let's get through the year. It's a weird year, election year. People were out of work. People were in quarantine. So we waited. And then once January hit, we were just like, let's just do it and see what happens, you know? Let's just do it and see what happens. And this particular organization that deals with human trafficking, sadly, I've seen this type of stuff up close, and it's pretty disgusting. And I never worked with human trafficking personally, but just where I was in certain countries in Haiti and the DR and stuff, I got was really close to a lot of these organizations that were on the ground there doing that. And it just was something that I always wanted to help, but I never, because I was busy building stuff, like doing construction work. And these people were rescuing kids. And so everybody had their thing, you know, they were doing. So I really am glad that I can do this and help them along the way, because it's something that I've been really passionate about. And not only do they rescue kids and adults out of this lifestyle, they rehabilitate, they get them back, educate them, rehabilitate them, counsel them, and however long it takes to get them back into society. And it's beautiful. You know, it's not like they just rescue and say, okay, we saved you. Now let's go enjoy your life. It's like, nah, like once we save you, we're going to make sure, you know, that you are a productive member of society, that you can get a job, that you can live now, that you can put this behind you. And we want to help you as long as possible. If you still need counseling, if you still need this, if you still need that, we want to be there, you know, and to me, that's beautiful. It's extremely beautiful. So
yeah,
this was the organization I picked. I reached out to them. Of course, I got a hat and they get some shirts, and they're very grateful. And, you know, and so here we are. I'm setting a goal at 5,000, and we'll see what happens. You know, if we make more, that's wonderful. If we get close, that's wonderful. But every dollar helps. That's the way I see it. So, you know, I don't want to exhaust people, because I know it's been a rough year for a lot of people as far as work and jobs and money and stuff like that. So I don't want, you know, to make anyone feel pressured or guilty, or, you know, they're like, oh man, I would love to help, but I can't at this present time. So it's like, so we'll set the goal around $5,000 and see what happens. Like that's the main thing. The main thing I don't want anyone to feel, guilty or sad that
you're
they can't
gonna make
give.
that 5 and you're gonna crush it.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. You never know.
You
never know. Like Wednesday's a little trip away, so we'll see what happens. You know.
We'll see. But one, it's an amazing cause, and I have been to your Instagram. I've seen a lot of the pictures of you doing the construction and things like that, and through those pictures, I could see why this is important to you, which should be important to everybody to understand what's going on. This is a subject that you don't hear you hear it, but it's not mainstream talked about like maybe it really should be.
No, it's not. It's not talked about until it ends up in people's backyard. And sadly, where I live in Central Florida, they just busted a huge human trafficking ring. As much as Disney and Universal Studios attract happiness and people going there and having a good time, it also attracts predators, because they know there's going to be a lot of children there. And so there was a point where there was like kidnappings and stuff like it was terrible, you know, and all that stuff was kind of, I hate to say it, a lot of that stuff was kind of kept quiet because, and it wasn't a Disney thing keeping quiet. It was, I don't know what it was, but it was kept quiet because in speaking to the officers, and one of them is a friend of mine, he's just like, they don't want to report it because Florida needs tourism.
And that's exactly it.
So if the headlines are like, kid gets kidnapped and is sold into sex trafficking, people are going to be like, maybe we shouldn't go.
Honey, we're not going to Universal this year. Sorry.
That's what I'm saying. And so it's like, so a lot of that stuff's just been kind of quiet unless something big happens. So yeah, exactly, Jane. And that's why this organization too also works in the United States doing the same thing. So
yes, they do.
It's not just an international thing.
I know they have a presence here in Ohio where I live. But I believe I used to live in Florida. I lived in Panama City Beach, Florida for 15 years.
Yeah.
I worked at the local zoo there as a zookeeper.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I have a story that you can use to make fun of me. It'll be great.
No, I would never do that. We don't make fun of women at Geeks and Gamers.
Everybody can make fun of me. I ran away from a spider and I got bit by an alligator. There, have fun.
Actually, that's every Thursday here in Florida. What are you talking about? That's not. I hate spiders too. Like, I hate spiders.
I was there to capture and relocate that alligator, and a friend of mine took one of the banana spiders. If you've never seen them,
that's what I tell people. The banana spiders are as big as your hand, and they're big and yellow. I see Fat Steve. Yeah, they're big and yellow. They're actually harmless. You could actually hold them, and they won't bite you. They're harmless.
Okay.
But yeah, like they get in your homes, and it's like a demon has possessed your home, and you just want to light the whole house up and get it. I hate spiders. Spiders make me jump, run, and scream, but alligators don't. Have them around the house. They're like right out by the lake. No big deal.
Yeah.
So.
Lie. I'm loving this chat, by the way.
No, these are some of the best people ever.
I'll be honest, I don't hear anything about human trafficking living back in Ohio. Mm-hmm. I never heard it when I lived and grew up here, and I don't hear about it now that I live here. In Florida, I heard of it a lot more. And again, they did not report it because of tourism. Mm-hmm. They need that. They want those spring breakers. They want those families during the summer. When that BP oil spill hit, the economy down there tanked as it was. So yeah, they don't report a lot of it. So this is something that happens every day, and people need to be aware of it. And
that's the thing. It's places like Florida and California they were like heavy vacation spots. So like, again, you attract family with children, but it also attracts predators. So it's a lot of stuff underneath our noses that many people aren't aware of. But that whole thing, there's a saying goes, out of sight, out of mind. So if you don't see it, you don't think about it, you don't realize it, you don't know about it, you don't care about it. So I'm glad that
it's not happening to my family, so it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it is what it is. It's not. It's just how we are as humans. If we don't, I never knew there was a homeless shelter, 2 miles from my home until I investigated it. I never saw homeless people, but there's a shelter there that's housing about 50 families with like babies and children, and I wasn't aware of it. When I was teaching in the classroom for a few years, one of my students was in that shelter. I had no idea. And so once I got word, and I was like, I didn't know there was a homeless shelter here. Out of sight, out of mind. Don't think about it until I see it. And now me and some friends would go down there once a week and volunteer there with stuff. COVID's kind of screwed that up for a lot of things. So a lot of volunteering stuff here. So we're just kind of waiting until whatever happens. So,
but on the other side, that means more people are stuck at home. So you should have a really good audience for the 10th.
Oh, we'll see.
I'll be there in the background in the chat.
We'll see. That's awesome. We'll see.
I already set the date. I was like, I'm busy this day.
I don't know what to expect, but this community has always surprised me, always. So last year, maybe 2 years, at the end of 2019, Geeks and Gamers was able to raise $10,000 to finish the orphanage in to finish the orphanage in El Salvador, which I didn't expect that. We were actually expecting about $2,000 to come in, and didn't expect 10. So we'll see. I'd rather be surprised than disappointed. Put it that way.
Right. No, I get you there. See, we're talking about important things. You people just thought we were just going to sit here and swoon over how handsome he was, and see, we're doing important subject matter.
I'll have that later on in my own live stream, so it'll be all right.
But no, I want to commend you for bringing this to light, because it's always terrifying when you do bring something that a lot of people aren't talking about up front into people's faces.
Well, it's shocking, a lot of it's shocking. When I first saw, and not to be a downer in the room, but when I first saw human trafficking, let's see, the earthquake, there was a terrible earthquake that happened in Haiti in 2010. And I think they estimated, the number keeps changing, about 330,000 people died in 58 seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of children were left vulnerable with no adults, just sitting on the street. And that country didn't really have leadership, didn't have government, it does have a police force, but it's kind of joke. Doesn't really have a military, didn't have any kind of organization. So they were just letting anybody in with a car, and they were just picking up kids. They estimated about 17,000 children were stolen out of that country in 2010 and taken all over the world for who knows what. I mean, I hate to think about it, and so, the efforts began. And so I saw it in 2013 in Dominican Republic, which now the place that I saw it in, it's all cleaned up since I've been back. But when I first saw it, I was just like, what is that? And they just had children lined up in a line right by the beach. And it was terrible. People were just like, I'll take that one. Like it was like they were selling fruit. It was awful. I'll take that one. I'll take that one. And me and my team were there for another reason. And we just couldn't stop watching because we wanted to do something. We wanted to do something really.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Terrible to the people that were doing that. And then come to find out it was the police that were running it. And now you're like, well, now what? Now what do you do? So I commend organizations like this who go in with they hire people with guns, they hire police, and they break up these kind of rings, that do that. So they don't sit around and just like, please stop doing that. Please.
Don't do it. We're going to tell you not to do it again. Yeah.
They come in like Call of Duty, man, and just wreck the place. So it's which is what's needed in my opinion.
One moment.
In my opinion. So
get off my comic books.
Oh, we're yelling at the kitty now.
Comic books, please. Thank you. Sorry, she was on my comic books. We can't
That's
have
all right.
that. That's Lieutenant Savick, by the way.
Lieutenant Savick. Oh, that's funny.
Okay, so I'll just put it out there. I have a black cat named Lord Vader. That's Lieutenant Savick. My white dog that's hidden within the Pokemon is Shigo. And then my Chihuahua is Fizzgig. So,
Fizzgig?
As in the Dark Crystal. Yes.
I love that Netflix show, by the way.
I can't believe they canceled it.
Love that show on Netflix. Yeah, I was really upset they can't. I don't know why.
I mean, I understand. I know how it ends. I don't care. I still want to see the journey.
I know. Exactly.
Kitty. Yes, my kitty.
I actually like the series better than the movie, to be honest. So,
yes, that little kitty there actually suffers from dwarfism. So she's actually a cat that's 13 years old. So but her dwarfism, she just looks like an itty bitty little kitty. They canceled it because Jay loved it. Thanks, Jay. Thanks, Jay.
I was one of the, I know, I really did like it. I really loved it. I watched it twice. I never really rewatched stuff. I watched it twice, like in the same month. because I went back. I didn't want to miss anything. I felt like I missed certain aspects, and I was gearing up for like the second season. And I'm just like, why would you cancel such a beautiful, well done show? Like,
So great.
I don't get it. But
And the fact that it's well done because like you feel like you're there. You don't look at them as puppets anymore. You're just like engulfed into their entire world, and they're there.
The thing is like that art, that puppetry art is lost now. Like everything's CGI. Like they don't do that anymore. It's very rare. So to see that like that was awesome, to show another generation that this is an art form, it's an art form to do that.
Krista, she is adorable, and I love her to pieces. I saved her from being eaten from a fox, okay? So I love my Lieutenant Savick, but there is no one and nothing, no man, woman, animal, or child that is adorable enough to lay down on my comic books. Ever. Really?
There you have it.
The big old slur. No. LOLJ. No. I am a collector at the end of the day. I collect action figures, comic books, prints, original artwork. I play video games. I do cosplay. Nope. Need a refill there, Chief?
Yeah, I do.
Ask him about Nappa.
My favorite Dragon Ball Z character. My favorite character. He never gets any love. Yeah.
My husband.
Oh.
My boy.
Yeah, I don't really collect stuff anymore. I'm considered a minimalist.
Well, I mean, you got the greatest collection ever. You got Mr.
Everything on the wall. Everything here was a gift. Except for this, I just bought this at Galaxy today. It's not too long ago. So, but everything else.
I don't think he got the joke. He collected Gina Carano. His collection's done.
I didn't have to collect her.
It's a mascot. I want it.
Yeah. So I picked this up. They sell it with like chips. There's like, yeah. It was kind of weird to see like people wearing it around their neck and then just like eating it. I was like, that's kind of weird.
I do it. Yeah. I do it every single day. I have no problem with that.
See, I would not. I have this thing called shame, and I just, it looked weird. Like at first when you get it, I'm kind of like, oh. And then I'm watching people like eat out of a feeding trough, and I'm like, that's not how I remember that droid from the movie. So I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna not do that.
I don't have shame anymore. I can't. There's no way I can have shame anymore.
What little I have left, I must hold on to. I must hold on to. Jane Theory, has he talked about multicolored popcorn? No. I have not.
What is multicolored popcorn?
At Disney, I'm always at Disney, and they sell this popcorn called confetti popcorn. It's the best ever. It's multicolored. It's so good. It's so good. And I talk about because I run the Park Hopping channel on Geeks and Gamers, and all the videos I post, I'm like, oh man. And like some of the fans will meet me in the park and they'll buy me bags of that stuff. And it's just so good. And you can't get it anywhere else. You can't get it. You can't even get it at Disney Springs. Like you got to be inside the park to get the special confetti popcorn. And it's so good. It is very sweet, but it's so good. So, and I would be hesitant to buy them online. Like people sell them on eBay and stuff. I'm like, I don't know if I'd buy that. Stuff will go pretty. It's very sweet. It's like eating Fruity Pebbles, which I enjoy thoroughly. So yeah,
that's not fair.
I get it every
some now.
Yeah, I get it every time I go. It's probably stale if you buy it online. That's why I would never. I don't need to buy it online. I can just go there And so I was there yesterday. Actually, I was there yesterday, and they sold out.
All I know is for me, honoring you to be on my show sounds like you need to send me some of this popcorn.
I'll think about it.
You know, funny thing, lived in Florida 15 years, never made it to Disney. They sold out. No.
Yeah, they sold out yesterday. I was there. I was at Epcot, and then I went to there. I had a tour of the Beauty and the Beast private lounge there that they're getting ready to open up. So a friend of mine was like, "Hey, come, I'm going to take you on this private tour in one of their most expensive hotels." And I was like, "All right, cool." So we went there, and like everywhere I went, I was like, "Do you have the confetti popcorn?" And we sold out. I was at Epcot and was like, I went to like 4 different shops. I was like, "You have the confetti popcorn?" Like, we sold out yesterday, and we got to get some more in. I was like, "Ah."
Oh my gosh.
So, there it was. Sold out.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sure they will get you more.
I'm not worried. I've had enough of it in my system that it's
No. From the sound of this popcorn, from my understanding and my immaculate round physique, says no, you can never have enough of this popcorn.
Sometimes it's like, yeah, I get my fill.
60% sugar at this point.
Yeah.
You know what? I ain't mad about that. Right? I'm definitely not mad about that.
Definitely 60, maybe a little bit more. We'll see. It keeps the mosquitoes off me, though. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, sugar. I'm sure that. What? You think mosquitoes wouldn't like sugar?
Oh man, they want that blood taste, man. They don't. Jay, your new microphone sounds great, by the way. Thank you. Testing it out. Right now it's like all in the red. So I'm like, I don't know if it sounds like it's clipping or feedback or
it sounds fine.
If I should turn it down. So y'all gotta let me know. When I get loud, you gotta let me know how it sounds. Like that's the thing. How long have you been on Twitch? Or
me?
Streaming or anything? Yeah.
So Twitch, even though it's going to tell you that I've been on since 2012, I haven't dedicated to Twitch since March of last year. Okay. I started on Twitch. I did 2 videos, and someone was like, "Oh no, you want to go to YouTube?" So I went to YouTube. After 8-9 years, almost 10 years on YouTube, I never got past 137 subscribers on YouTube, and not 1,000. 137.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why when you're like, back when you had like 15,000 followers, you're like, I'm a nobody, I'm insignificant. I went, I don't even exist then. Bye.
That's so funny because like I do make that comment that I'm a small channel because most YouTubers are always looking up. You know what I'm saying? So people that are around the 100, 200, they're looking up to people that are like 1,000, 2,000, and then people are always looking up. So the people I hang out with, they're all, Anna and Jeremy and Star Wars, all of them, the Gary, they're in the 100,000 million. And I'm like amazing. At 30. Even one of my best friends, Ryan, he's more than me. He's like 40. So it's like I'm always looking up. So it's just a constant, and that's just how I communicate that. It's like I'm smaller than everyone. And it's not that I'm looking down at anybody but it's just a constant looking up for the next milestone,
Ryan has made 300 more videos than you, though. Well, you're bigger than me.
Well, we don't like, that's the thing. It's like, it's funny. We don't look as if we're like bigger or smaller. It's more like, hitting milestones. I did learn, like, I did a lot of interviews with like bigger YouTube channels, and it's funny, they've all said the same thing. They said that they would rather have more views than subscriber count. The subscriber count doesn't really matter anymore on YouTube. It's about
size matters. I heard
hoping that your video hits. Well, yeah, it's like hoping that your video. Well, the thing is like some people can make the most beautiful amazing video, and it just doesn't matter
Right.
because YouTube will either bless you or it won't. So it's just it is what it is. So it's like YouTube's either going to be like, I like this video, or I'm going to send it out for people to watch, or they're going to be like, I don't like what you're doing, I'm going to keep it closed down. So it's yeah, exactly. Hate monger. Mark the Cyber puts together amazing videos that should get a lot more views than it should, but that's YouTube, man. It's just it's tough. Like I tell everyone, getting to 1,000. Let's see. I've been on YouTube 2 years and a few months. Getting to 1,000 was hard.
Oh yeah.
And it took one. I had one video that did for my channel size. My channel size was about 600 at the time, and I just happened to hit a Galaxy's Edge video that did like 55,000 views, whatever.
Nice.
And that pushed me over 1,000. So it was just one video. It was like boom. I didn't get any shout outs or anything like that. So the first 1,000. Then I went from 1,000 to 5,000 super quick. I don't know how it was. It just, once I hit 1,000, I got monetized. My channel flew to 5,000. Once I hit to 5,000, from 5 to 8 was like I was walking through mud, man. It was just really slow. Then from like 8 to 10,000 was horrible. Like it was like I was getting one new subscriber a day, and then every now and then it would get a couple. It was really bad. But and then all I wanted to do was get to 10,000, only because I wanted you get to unlock like a t-shirt store.
Who are you again?
Yeah, exactly. And he never watches, but that's all right. It's so you get to unlock a t-shirt store. That's all I ever wanted. I wanted my t-shirt store.
Aww.
And then so I got it, and then I was like, I'm good. Like I don't need anything else to happen. I'm happy, and I had a nice little schedule going and everything. And then the unconventional route of my channel, like everybody, and now I'm learning this, was of course, I don't know, at the end of the year, that thing happened with Pablo. Star Wars Theory said, and he doesn't really go on other people's channels. He was like, I'd come on your channel with Jeremy. That was a big hoo-ha. And at the same day, it was Gina Carano. And it was like, it was unconventional growth. Like that's not normal. And my channel has changed because now it's filled with, I gained 17,000 subscribers in 4 days. And which is not realistic. That's
right.
not normal.
I believe you're at 33.2 at this point.
Yeah. So it's jumped up a little bit here and there. I think I'm averaging like 100, 150 a day now. And that's not going to last. It is what it is. But it's filled with a different kind of Star Wars fan than what I originally had. So I see the videos that they really like, which they all like any kind of Gina Carano video they like.
You actually mentioned that during one of your videos, going, look, I did this video over here, and y'all didn't watch it. But look, here I am with another Gina Carano and fan art stuff, and y'all are gonna watch this one.
The other, like the last Gina Carano video I posted about the hashtag, I had a lot of comments saying, all right, dude, like that's enough Gina videos. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I put out a couple that had nothing to do with it, and nobody watched them. A couple people did, but and I was like, see, I hear you.
I watched them.
And it was like, so I put another Gina out, and then of course we went from, I just shot up to 12,000 views, and it is what it is, And I still get those comments. I still get these comments like, do you do anything else besides? And I'm like, in the freaking video, dude, I said yes. You didn't even watch. You just saw the title and commented.
It's really kind of weird.
Okay.
Because it's like people don't seem to understand. He's a YouTuber. Views matter. Views, likes on the videos, and subscriptions really matter. So if everybody's gonna click on the Gina Carano stuff and nothing else, he's gonna make what he needs to make, and you can't be mad at him. Don't be mad at him. Be mad. You can be mad at the
Oh, that's all
game,
right. People they always mad. It doesn't matter what you do.
right?
It
But
doesn't matter what you do.
as a fan, whether he's posting about Gina Carano or he's posting about how they're trying to just eradicate certain things from Star Wars to showing his support for the community, all of his videos are banked, guys. You really need to. Seriously, follow him. Follow him.
Um,
Subscribe. Remember, subscribing to him is absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. It is an amazing channel. Give thumbs up to his amazing videos.
I know that's why I wanted to be on here. It's nice to hear some positive stuff. Krista Joe asked, Jay,
Right there.
have you enjoyed having your YouTube gaming channel? Yeah.
Do you have a gaming channel?
Yeah.
I know you have a Twitch channel.
I just started it just about a week ago. Has it gained a lot of traction? Yeah, actually, that channel is looking to get monetized by the end of the month.
What is it?
Drunk3P0 Gaming. If you go to my main channel, you could scroll down on the front page, and then it'll come up. You'll see it. You'll see a circle for it on the bottom. But
Bam.
yeah, I like it. I mean, I figure I play games, and people want to see it anyway, so I enjoy it. But I'm really pushing that channel. Probably push it a lot more next week after the charity stream, just to get the watch time up. That's the only problem with YouTube. I know that watch time and subscribe stuff is, kind of crazy.
It's right. That's it. That's the title of it. Go find it. Go find it. Subscribe. I just did.
Gary watches all your videos, Jay. He may not pay attention since he's No, it's I know people watch. It's just fun. You just when you look at the analytics of stuff, you see it'll tell you, it's like in YouTube analytics, it'll tell you your subscribers like this more than they like that one. They want this one, then they want that one. So it's just, it's all there in your analytics. You're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you never know. You never know what you're gonna put out there, and it's gonna.
It's like the old little toys that we used to play with.
You never know. You just never know.
Like those old little sticky toys that we used to play with. Sometimes they stick to the wall. Sometimes they don't.
It's true. You just never know what's going to happen ever.
But
and I think that's why people love the game of YouTube, because it's like playing the lottery. You just never know. And then you could see people get frustrated and quit. And I will say most people quit right before their big video hits.
Let me explain. I am not quit. My focus.
I'm talking about you. I mean, you're still streaming. It's just that's the thing too. Is like other people have to find where they just got to find their home base, man. Some of it is Twitch. Some of it's YouTube. Some of it's even off both those platforms. They find like DLive. There's a community out there on DLive that people are like, nah, this is my home base. This is what I like. And so it's whatever you like. I figure I play games on Twitch and I just re-upload them to the YouTube channel sometimes, and I play live on the other. And it's just yeah. So if I can make a little extra money, why not? And
that's exactly what I do. You want the uncut live, you want to interact with me or a guest during the podcast, you want to interact with me because I also game on this channel. So it's a podcast gaming channel. So if you want to interact with me, have some fun, spend channel points and make me sing for 5 minutes while I'm trying to game and I have to sing everything that I say. Or normally if I'm having just a laid back, relaxing, I'll have like a margarita with me or something so you can make me drink whenever you want. I really like that interacting, and that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy being here on Twitch is I just really like the interacting with people.
Mm.
And then the edited version goes over on YouTube with all the funny. I made a messed up and said this stuff. Like throw a rock
Mugger
at a kid.
redeemed a drink for 100.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That me or you?
No, that's me. But if you want to drink, you could drink with me.
No, I have coffee. I'm good. It's almost out though.
Of course. Ooh.
Cheers.
I did not bring an alcoholic drink to this because I wanted to be semi-professional because we were going to be talking about his charity stream.
Semi-professional. Orb says he loves the grind. Yeah, I mean some people.
Some people do. Some people do love the grind. By the way, thanks for the drink.
Like yesterday, I just took a whole day off. I just didn't even want to think. YouTube, social media, I didn't want to think about any of it. So,
Semi-professional is Jay's middle name.
wow, man, I take that as a compliment. Krista Joe, what games do you play, Amanda?
So I play Ark Survival Evolved. I play 7 Days to Die. I play Fortnite. I play Killing Floor 2. I play Fall Guys. Sometimes I get to record videos with a bunch of people that I met that are YouTubers called Scoop Hash, and we're working on doing some Gmod and Among Us.
What's your favorite? You have a favorite like you like playing right now?
My favorite all-time game that I like playing right now is Ark Survival Evolved. I like survival games. So, and it's dinosaurs. And I could breed them and make cute little babies.
I never heard of that.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. So you are a survivor, you get dropped off on this little island, and you have to craft stuff, build yourself bases to keep the dinosaurs out, because if you leave the door open, the dinosaur will walk into your house and eat you when you're offline. It sucks. It's such a great game. You can, and so I'll have to show it to you sometime. But those are just some. I'm one of those people that as long as I have the right group to play with, or it's a tricky enough game, I could play it. Like if I was just playing Fortnite by myself, I probably wouldn't like the game as much as when I'm playing with my friends.
Agreed.
Someone yells out "Ark," yes, that's right, and woohoo! I win the Amanda trivia.
I agree. Like I like gaming with friends at this point.
What a happy place, eaten alive by a reptile. I'm not kidding. We were on the island, and the door was open, and in the door I was grinding, building some stuff to make weapons so we could go taming some. I think we're out to go tame some saber tooths, and this Dilophosaurus just walked into the house and ate 3 of my friends that were offline, and I just couldn't help it. I just started laughing. They're like, "Why didn't you stop it?" And I went, "Because it was funny and great content."
Yeah, I think I'll skip on like Jay, we need that 3P. Yeah. Ords down there runs a community Mario Kart stream on Friday nights. It's a lot of fun. I hop on when I can. And but a lot of people in this chat play in there as well. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of screaming, a lot of cursing, a lot of yelling, but a lot of love at the end of the day. It's a lot of love. So
where do you play? Yeah. Does he play it on Twitch? Does he play it on YouTube?
He plays on YouTube. He plays on YouTube. So
I play the rest, try to keep up. You should send me links so I can watch.
Yeah, Krista Joe plays. One of the sweetest people I ever meet, Krista Joe, is cursing people out in the Mario Kart. In the Mario Kart stream. But you know, it's a lot of fun. That's the thing I love most of like this community is that the community that Geeks and Gamers has brought together, they get such a terrible rap among other people. They get I don't know, man. They get a lot of hate stuff, but when I see all these people in the chat that came out to support this and in this chat here and that are talking and asking questions, it's like when you see the support that they bring of everyone from some of these people are in different countries, different backgrounds, different genders, and it just, at the end of the day, we all just like to hang out together online, to support each other, to love each other, to complain about each other, to curse out each other, to all that stuff. It's just it's such a unique community. And what I find more than anything is when I see other YouTubers and other people complain about the geeks and gamers and people in this community and stuff, when I see them complaining, at the end of the day, I really think it's mostly a jealousy thing, because they don't have that in their lives. They see what we have. They see us playing games together. They see us different opinions, different, like I said, different everything, different ages, different genders, different races, different countries, different this, coming together and playing games on a Friday and cursing each other out. But then when it's all over, it's just like, you need anything? You need anything? You good? You good? We're here. Let me help you with this. Let me help you with that. Let me get this for you. And I see like people on the outside that really want that in their lives and they don't have it. And so they just hate it. So they'll find little things to hate about it, and then they'll just constantly hate about it. It's crazy.
It makes no sense. When I see people interacting like that with each other, all it does is remind me of me and my friends bantering each other back and forth, and just having a good old time. And
that's what we do, man. We talk crap, but it's a love thing. It's funny. We love each other. So it's, and that's the thing.
I mean, there's nothing like being able to look at your best friend and calling her the B word and then going, I love you.
Yeah, that's Krista Joe, who's in the chat.
Krista, you and me, we a lot alike. I think you and I are a lot alike, love. You and I are a lot alike. Listen here, you little. By the way, I love you.
She's one of the sweetest people ever, and it's just like, holy crap!
Shut up. She's the sweetest person ever till she's in first place to see somebody sees that.
But she better not beat me in Mario Kart, or it'll be hell to pay.
Chris is in the lead. Jay throws blue shell. Jay is going to get destroyed from Chris's mouth yelling at him.
Not only blue shell, red shell. I'll swerve her off the road. I'll make sure she feels pain, and then we'll start the next race. So, yeah.
I do love if like, again, Mario Kart's one of those things. If it's the right people playing, which it sounds like you and these guys are the right people playing it, I can totally get into watching people play the type of Mario Kart. People who are just like, whatever, okay, excuse me, no, you're boring. Go, congratulations, whatever. I know.
Oh, it definitely isn't boring. It definitely isn't boring, but yeah, that's the thing. And then we're gonna all come together on February 10th and try to change the world for some amazing people that have been caught in a terrible situation. So, like, again, it's this community. There was a live stream, and I try not to let it get to me, and I'm doing a much better job of staying away from what these people say and everything, but there were people that were sending me links on I want to say Wednesday night. Yeah, it was Wednesday night. There was a live stream. I was the topic of discussion, and they were throwing so much hate, saying, I don't care how much how much money he makes. He's still an a-hole. He hangs around with a-holes. He's still this, he's still that, right? And I just sat back, and it's just like, do you think it matters to a little 8-year-old girl that's stuck in sex trafficking, whether I'm an a-hole or not, and I raise enough money that she could be rescued out of that lifestyle and be placed in a home where she could find love, education, and live a normal, for the most part, a normal rest of her life? Do you think it matters to her that I'm a jerk or that I'm this or that I hang out with Jeremy, who everyone thinks is this or that? Do you think it matters to that child? And to me, it's just like, why would you sit back and say stuff like that? Because do you think it matters to these kids that we brought food for? That Geeks and Gamers raise money so that they can have a food and a place. So you think it matters to them what Jeremy thinks about Brie Larson or Captain Marvel? Do you think it matters to those kids that were sitting outside? They care less. They don't care. And so it's like, why would these people make such a stupid argument to say things like that? When they're like, I'm not going to give money to that because at the end of the day, they're still part of Geeks and Gamers, and that's a hate group, and that's this. And you sit back, and I'm just like, we're not. But you think it matters to those kids what I think about Star Wars? Think it matters to those kids that I hate The Last Jedi? Think it matters to those kids that I can't stand Rian Johnson? You think it matters? It doesn't matter to them. They're living outside. Some of them are stuck in horrible situations and they want to get out. Right? I don't see them raising money to do it. I don't see them coming together and doing something. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to interject here real quickly. One, I saw that there was another drink show. That's something that I prefer to drink like that.
I'm drinking water.
2, I don't like water. 2, who the hell said that you're a damn hate channel? Can you send them my way so I can smack the shit out of them? Sorry, I said the bad word.
Well, I don't know.
I'm sorry. You have never.
They're everywhere.
Listen to me. I am a nobody, and I get this, and I realize that what I say really doesn't matter. But come fight me. Where is the hate? I have not, to this day, seen any hate. I've heard that he may not like certain people. I've heard that he may disagree with certain people, but I have not seen hate on this man's channel. I have not. Fight me.
Well, the one of the issues is that you're guilty by association. So because of who we associate with or who we hang out with and stuff like that, they automatically will pin you.
Oh, well, that was a nice career I had on Twitch and YouTube because I brought Jay onto my show.
That's true. Like, you got to be ready.
Bring it. Here's the thing. I'm going to make this very clear, and I'm going to make this very simple for anybody who actually watches this. I do not allow hate. I do not allow intolerance on my show. You want to go after somebody because of their sexuality, their skin color, their gender, their religion, I'm just going to block you. I'm going to ban you, and you'll be gone. You'll be erased. You will not exist. You don't like me because I brought this guy who I actually happen to like onto my show. You don't need to watch it. End of story.
They don't understand that.
But that's the truth.
They don't understand like scrolling through without watching or not commenting. That's the problem, is that they don't understand. If you don't like something, I mean, we do that with television shows. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna watch it. We do that with other things, but when it comes to YouTube and Twitter and social media, it's like, it's unbelievable. So,
my gosh, this man gave a woman, a very talented woman on a very popular show, an opportunity to talk and be herself.
Well, she gave me an opportunity. That's the main thing.
Well, okay, she gave you the opportunity, but still, but still, if your channel wasn't there, she wouldn't have probably had the same opportunity to find someone who is just like, come on, tell your side of the story. Let people see who you are. I watched those interviews because I'll be honest, I waited and I watched the backlash. And I watched she will not apologize for blah, 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 blah. She was on this channel. And I'm like, okay. Now I'm going to go watch them. I watched them. None of the things that those people said was right.
They never are. That's the thing, is they're never right. Like, they are never, ever right. They just, it's all about assumption. you know, and
Because
that's just too bad.
if you all don't think that you all don't think anybody else, if she would have gone like, "Hey, can I be on your show?" Would have been like, "Oh, please, please." There wouldn't have been anything on the face of this planet that would have stopped me from having somebody like that on air.
Yeah. I sent
But
you a message in the private chat.
I just
Oh,
saw.
okay.
But
It's all good. But I mean, that's the thing is what we were talking about earlier. It's like if you're gonna put something out there, whether on Twitch, whether on Twitter, whether anywhere, you really have you got to be ready for the good and the good, bad, and the ugly that will come because of what's going to happen. Because people's opinion, they get upset about little things. Like, listen, we had a fun, like, that's why I think the candy corn debate was so funny, because you mentioned candy corn. There's people in the chat that are like, it's disgusting. There's people that I love it. They're this and that, and it's back and forth. So those were fun debates. But again, if you post something out there, I didn't like this television show, and people are like, oh, well, you don't like it because you hate women, or you don't like it because it's this, or you don't like it because of that. It's like, where in the world did you get that from me saying this? It just, sometimes it just gets comical. And then when you call these people out, the most of the time they just kind of shut up and run, and it's just like, anyway, that's the internet for you. I think people should have to take a test before they get on Twitter. And I think maybe even other social media as well, because you just don't know. Jay and the Gina interview showed viewers that there are strong, real female heroes not bending the knee, sharing honesty, and giving something Star Wars isn't giving. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing, is that if you notice, Steven, excellent point. Everyone that has come out of The Mandalorian, whether you love it or hate it, has been respectful to fans. Even Carl Weathers just recently just was like, straight up gratitude. He has his political views, different from Gina's political views, different from Favreau's political views, but you don't see Jon Favreau coming out on Twitter like Ryan Johnson did and criticizing people who didn't like his show. Didn't see Filoni doing that. You didn't see any of the directors doing that. Didn't see any of the actors or actresses doing that. It was quite the opposite from the sequel trilogy people. And what's really weird is you have certain Star Wars defenders that will hate you for your opinion, and their opinion on The Mandalorian has been kind of quiet because they don't know what to make of it. Because here you have Gina Carano, who's a very controversial figure. I don't know why, but now that she's spoken with people from Geeks and Gamers and whatever, now like there's a certain group out there that's like, oh, she should be fired for that, which is stupid. And then so you have these certain Star Wars fandoms out there that are like, I don't know what to make of The Mandalorian. It would be better if they keep the characters but fire the actors or actresses. And you're just kind of like, okay. Like, what does that help your narrative? And this whole cancel culture thing that these people are living in is like, oh my God. It's just like, I don't know what it's like to live a life like that. I couldn't imagine living a life walking around and seeing someone going, cancel that person. That person said that 20 years ago. Cancel that person. Cancel that color. Cancel how, tall people. Cancel short people. Cancel this. Oh, I don't like that.
Don't cancel short people. I'm out.
Disney painted the castle purple. Cancel Disney. Cancel that. And it's a constant. And then on top of it, you've got to watch what you say all the time, because you'll get canceled by the same people that you're trying. Oh my God. I'm like, how do people live their lives like this? Like, how do you live like that? It's like, how do you live like that?
Yeah, can we do that? Can we just do that right there? Can we cancel the canceling already?
It's just crazy. And that's the thing. People that are in the entertainment industry, people on YouTube, that have been doing it for a while, you get to a point where you're going to understand criticism. And there's a difference between criticism and bullying. bullying, you know? And then, so when criticism comes, you kind of take it and read it and like, okay, I get it. When there's bullying comes, sometimes you respond, sometimes you don't respond, whatever it is. And then, but this cancel culture to me is more like internet bullying. That's like, and that's what they are trying. That's what they say that they want to stop. We don't want no internet bullying. So we're going to cancel everything we don't like. Well, that's exactly what do you think bullying is? I'm bullying you to do something
Right.
that you don't want to do. I'm going to bully you into submission. I'm going to bully you to do this. I'm going to bully you to make myself look better. And that's exactly what cancel culture is. And it's like,
Disgusting.
it's crazy. And then when people aren't against cancel culture, when they're not against it, then we are considered any kind of ism they want to call. I'm like, that's not it at all.
No, it's not.
It's like, if I have the freedom to say what I want respectfully, that's not, causing certain issues to pop up as far as, racial issues and stuff like that, then I should have the freedom of speech to say whatever. But it's crazy. Fast Steven Seagal with a highlighted message. It's easier to backstab, hurt, and cause chaos than respect, discuss, and grow as a whole. People want weakness to benefit their selfish needs, whether tearing friendships or heroes away. It doesn't fix anything. It breaks hearts and hopes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better, Steven. Couldn't have said it better. So, absolutely right.
Yeah, it's really sad. I've seen people go after people because they. Matter of fact, I had one instance where I said I didn't like something. I was told that I was homophobic. No, and I didn't like the new She-Ra cartoon that was on Netflix. Before I even got a chance to explain why, it was because I was homophobic. Absolutely not. It was because when watching it, I wanted to watch a new take on the She-Ra cartoon, kind of like how I got to experience it when they brought back Voltron, which I really liked the redone of Voltron. Instead, what I was watching was a Steven Universe cartoon with She-Ra figures. If I want to watch Steven Universe, I'm just going to go watch Steven Universe. That's the reason why I didn't watch it. That's the reason why I didn't like it. Had nothing to do with anything else other than it was a Steven Universe cartoon. All right.
Look at that huge highlighted message. I'll let you read this one.
All right. The main thing I love about this big community we have, whether we are content creators or supporters, is that we have fun and support each other. Most of us respect each other unless it is Among Us and Mario Kart.
Amen.
Last week when the G&G team played their weekly Sunday night stream, a group of us played together in Discord and had so much fun. Another content creator was late to his stream this week. A group of us were already playing Mario Kart when he showed up, and we told him it's okay. I think this is the continuation of it. Yep. To take the night off, and he was welcome to hang out with us. We still raced for a couple of hours, had fun, and he thanked us for just being there. I'm so grateful to have found a great community like this, especially with how hard last year was for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Nice novel. No, I totally agree. And it's just this cancer culture is a cancer, is what it is.
Big time.
And it's really disgusting to see that just because someone it's really hard to see just because someone doesn't have the same opinion as you, whether it be based off of your political views or your religion or a movie or a television show. There's no need for that. Now, I mean, I understand if you can't stand Jay because he likes strawberry shakes. I mean, I agree. But
I love strawberry milkshakes.
I don't actually like milkshakes. I like floats. We regress back to the age of witch hunts. Hi. But there's just no need. If we all like the same things, if we all agreed on everything, if we didn't have different opinions, it would be so boring. Our
I
lives would
know.
be so boring. It'd just be one individual note that we're
Yeah.
singing. And
Yeah.
what makes beautiful music is all the different notes
Mm-hmm.
working together to make a harmony. Doesn't matter that they're different. It doesn't matter that they come together as a community,
Yeah.
as humans, as humanity. And there's my philosophy. So on that though, Jay has to go because he has more important things like his own live streams that he has to work on.
Ah.
um,
Well, honestly, you're checked it and clear, so I gotta wait. Once we get. No, I'm just. It was an honor to be here. Hour and a half, man. Like I really appreciate it. And
oh
like
no.
all these people that follow you, I really hope, Amanda, I really hope you get to know people like Krista Joe and take time to know Krista Joe and Ords and get in some of these discords with us and these video game streams with us and have some fun with us because it's nothing like it. Get to know Steven and all these people. They'd love to support you and be around and have you take part in what they're doing. Like that's just who we are. So go follow them on Twitter, Amanda, and talk. Look, Krista Joe's like, yeah.
Look,
It's
there's my
just,
Discord if you guys want to join.
go in there and like get to know them. These are great people, and they're always welcoming more and more and more and more and more and more people. So, and then after hanging out with them for like a week, you'll realize you'll be like, why the hell did I have Jay on my channel? Like that was a mistake. Should have done something else.
No, Jay, in all honesty, I am honored. Thanks. I will talk to you in Discord as soon as I'm done here. Jay, in all honesty, it is an honor to have you on the show. Thank you so much.
I'm happy
Again,
to be here.
everybody, Friday, February 10th, 7 p.m.
Wednesday.
Eastern Standard Time. So 4 days.
Yeah.
Make sure you tune in to Drunk3P0 over on YouTube for an amazing live stream talking about a very important subject matter of human trafficking and helping support the Operation Underground Railroad. It is absolutely
it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna raise that $5,000 and then we're gonna totally crush it. And Jay's gonna be like, "Oh, I love you guys so much. You guys are so amazing."
No, I won't cry on cam. I'll just do this. Thank you. I'll just I'll just take it off. It's gonna be fun. I'll plan on being live for a while. It's like every 45 minutes or so, 45 to 50 minutes. I'm gonna swap out guests. So I really am trying to get Robot Head and Star Wars Theory on at the same time to talk about lightsabers because they're both lightsaber experts and they've never met. And so I'm trying to work that out. I think that would be a fun discussion for an hour to have them talk about that and go from there. So I think it'll be fun. And and I hope it shows community. I hope it shows, people with differences coming together and talking a little bit and just hanging out and maybe people can put aside some of their differences and do something good for others. That's the key. Yep. So thank you for having me on.
No problem. Of course, everybody, don't forget to make sure that you check them out over on Twitch, on Instagram, on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Of course, make sure when you're over there, make sure that you like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications on his videos so you're always up to date on his latest videos that are coming out. And of course, don't forget, we love you all. You guys are amazing. Here's some little thumbs up and hearts for you all. And over here, you guys can, of course, check us out over on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on YouTube. And of course, if you like, please give us a follow. On that note, thank you so much, Jay, for joining us. Everybody else, you guys are amazing. Love you. And I'll see you all on the next stream. Bye.